Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hello. We are back on.
Welcome to the girls'
The
room.
girls' room is the best room, I think.
Ditto.
So, today, on this beautiful Thursday,
Woo! One more day to the weekend.
weekends, I hope it's really nice out.
Turn the first one off. The first one. No, that's mine. This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Good?
Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Today, I was thinking, let's talk about breakups.
Ooh.
Let's talk about breakups. And I know it's not the best thing to talk about because it sometimes brings back sad memories, but I feel like we should talk about it in a good way of almost like moving on.
Right. It'll be very cathartic, I think.
I think so. I think it's good to get some words out.
Yeah.
Some nice little maybe motivational words.
Totally.
So, I think I was saying last time that I was involved in a relationship and now that is over. But I think it's a good thing. And it sounds kind of bad when you say it like that.
Tell us why, Emily.
I think it's a good thing because it means that you can kind of grow from it and realize that instead of being in something that may not have been exactly for you, you can now realize, okay, it was good for when it lasted. It was fine, no hard feelings against the person. And then you kind of just grow. I don't know, does that make sense?
Yeah, well, did you want to, provide some backstory on it, or that's, all you're really going to say?
Well,
you literally told us the entire story last week. I'm just trying to provide our listeners.
For what?
Those of you joining us for the first time, let's just catch you up.
Those of you who have not been
last
around.
time on the girls' room.
Last week on the girls' room.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was talking about how, it's so good to be open and to, come out to your friends and, kind of experiencing that for the first time and then actually going from, a bad type of situation, relationship to something that was really good. That was, kind of what had happened before. Things were great, things were good. But I think that it's never good to be in a relationship with them feelings aren't completely mutual.
Totally.
That's when I feel it's you want to be with somebody that you can't be without, right? I mean, and I feel if there's times when you're out and you really don't think about it, you kind of are that's not that best thing. Does that make sense? You don't really think about
No, totally.
the relationship you're in. You're kind of oh, okay, I'm just no, you're not doing anything. You're not cheating on the person, but at the same time, your heart really isn't oh my God, I need to my phone needs to be on my hip. I need to hear back from them. And I feel it's when that kind of fades in one person's mind, that's when I think it's not good anymore, right? Because that's what I feel happens, or that's what I feel happened.
And it was both of you guys, or just you, or just her, or
I kind of lost. I always care about her, but
okay.
the love thing, that's a huge thing for me. And I feel if you don't feel that love spark, that you just have to be with them feeling, then I feel you're hurting the other person because they feel that way. And they're feeling so happy and madly in love, and then you're kind of on the other end I care about you, but I don't really feel this strong, huge connection. And I feel the first month of a relationship is the honeymoon phase, and you kind of cannot be without them. You just want to bring them out to all your friends.
Right.
You want everyone to know their name. They want everyone to know that you two are together. And it kind of died out within oh my God, this sounds so bad, but it kind of just faded out. And I think that it's better off.
Well, right, because you don't want to go down a road oh man, I feel maybe there's just another phase, we'll just we'll find it again, or
No, that's what I'm I think it's better off. I think she's great. But it's time now for me to really find what I want and just take a breather.
Okay.
Be single. Just really focus on my life and just kind of getting myself on track and meeting new people. Who knows what could happen in the future? And I think that that's what's so awesome about the future is one day you're sitting here, I could be sitting here talking to you like last week talking about how happy I was and how everything was so great, and
Right.
then now this week it's like, okay, something's changed. Like some things can change in a matter of like
Literally like that, like
Like,
in 2 seconds.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like what? That's why I was so good to come in today to do our show, because I wanted to talk about it, because that'd been like a really cool update. Not cool, but like interesting update. Like, oh,
A new development in the story that is Emily Isaac.
that's literally my life. It's my life. But I believe in just really focusing on being happy with yourself, because I feel like so many girls, like, I don't know if I'm like wrong, but I feel like so many girls, like, I know I do it sometimes, like look at these like Instagram relationships, things on like the media, whatever, and they get all wrapped up in what the perfect relationship should be like, and then you forget about who you are in a way. Like you're kind of doing it just to like please what you think these like supposed people would like, and then you're kind of forgetting like, where's my happiness? Like you're constantly searching for that good person, and then what happened to like how you feel?
No, totally. I don't know if you remember when I was talking about Tom, but that's literally how it was. Like, I would bend over backwards twice because it was like, all right, if he somehow finds me interesting, like, I must be interesting, or I must be worth, like, keeping around, or, like, whatever. Like, oh,
my
man,
God.
such a flawed, like, way of thinking, but
But that's literally how all of us think. I mean, not all of us, but I think that's like a huge thing that girls think sometimes.
a lot more common than, like,
Yeah.
than is thought, or whatever I'm trying to say.
I agree. No, I definitely agree, because I mean, I've done that too, where you kind of like try to like almost conform to this person's like lifestyle, that yeah, you're obviously interested in that person, but maybe what they're doing, like, you don't really, I wouldn't say you don't really do, but like, I don't know. I think that like it's all about, if you're goofy, like I'm a goofball. Like I'm a goofball, I'm
Right.
outgoing, I'm a crazy person.
Did everybody know that?
I don't know.
Anybody that knows Emily Isaac
They know that I'm a
knows
nutball.
she's off her rocker.
I like that. I'm off my rocker. I'm not kidding. But you know what? Like, that's my personality, and it's like I can never change that. And I feel like
Right.
the moment that you start feeling like, if I start feeling like, ooh, I have to be like kind of like quieter, or I have to be, you know, this or that, it makes it almost like, wait, who am I doing this for? Like,
Right.
You know, and then especially if the person ends up being like not the best thing in the world, that's also, you know,
Right.
a thing. But I think it's like these Instagram, like this fucking, this, excuse me, don't.
Anyways.
Anyways, I'm sorry, world. I'm sorry, that's totally my bad. This whole world.
Okay.
I need to go to church. This whole, I think, media is so over exaggerated with the way that things should be. Even like the Kardashians and stuff like that, all these relationships. It's like, come on. I don't know.
Or like when you go on Insta or your Facebook and it's like Ariana and Big Sean broke up, and like
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay, they broke up, and then you have like 3 people asking like, why? Oh my god, why? Like, okay, like,
That's what I'm saying. Like this, like
I'm
idea
sorry.
of like this.
Didn't know you
perfect
knew them personally.
relationship. I didn't know you knew Big Sean and
Yeah,
Ariana
like,
Grande on like
send them a
this
sympathy
personal-
card. Like, oh my god, crazy.
That is, and you know what though? Like, it is so true. And you know what's even worse? Tumblr.
Okay, I actually haven't been on
Tumblr.
in forever. Senior year, my best friend was like the queen. She was so popular on Tumblr. Like, I don't even.
Bee's knees.
She I'm gonna blow up her spot. She's never gonna hear this, so whatever. But her name was Kat Lovin. Her name was Catherine. But her Tumblr name was Kat Lovin, and these guys, these 2 gay guys, like, they were grade above us, so I guess junior year, they like loved her. Everything she posted, everything she talked about, they like worshipped her. And so one day we before the Deathly Hallows, like, part 2.
Oh, great movie. Shout out to Harry Potter.
Woo! We literally took like butcher paper and we hung it in our hall and we wrote "Enemies of the air beware," because like we're freaks and like that was so cool. And literally, and it was like a conjoined idea. I'm still like a little bit mad about it. It was a conjoined idea, but when everybody passed by, they're like, "Oh, it must have been Kat Lovin. Only Kat Lovin would do this. Oh, Kat Lovin, she's so amazing. When is she gonna come out here so we can like talk to her?" Like, I was
Wait,
like, wow.
what?
They were like in awe that like they're like, Kat Levin must have put this up here. Like, it's an art installment. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like she had a Tumblr following, and it was so funny. So, like, 2 years down the road, we saw them again, those people, and they were like, they literally don't even, I'm, like, pretty, like, sure that they don't even really know her name. Like, they literally just know her as Kat Levin. And so they saw her, and they're like, oh my god, it's Kat Levin. I'm like, dude, she's literally been Catherine this entire time. Anyway, so go back to Tumblr. That was my little Tumblr story, but...
No, that's insane that, like, people actually, like, would go to people about, like, oh yeah, like, Tumblr, like... You know what? I go on Tumblr. I'm not gonna lie. It's like my guilty pleasure, and I like look at like cute relationships and like, love quotes and like graphics like that. And then like I just find myself sitting there like, oh my gosh, I really, really want to like. Can I just be there? Can I be in that relationship?
Yeah.
Please, can I just move? I want to be. Can someone move?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm
coming through.
Coming through. Move. Get out the way. Like. I hate it, and I hate it, and it's my guilty pleasure, and I will admit it. It's my guilty pleasure. It's just like, I'm just like, wow. And you know what? That's why I believe everything happens for a reason.
What's your Twitter handle so everybody can follow you?
I don't have a Twitter, but I have a
Tumblr, balls.
Oh my gosh. What is it called? I don't even know. Honestly, I'm going to throw out a name. I think it's Emily Nicole. Everyone to follow me. I don't really have a lot on Tumblr. I do it just so I could get access to all the sites. Basically. But and you know what? It's sad. It's sad. Should we take a break?
Yeah, we'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll just talk about, like, new beginnings in general, more broader than, like, actual relationships, but, I mean, call in.
Call in if you have any questions for me and Emma.
We don't know the number.
The number is 555-5555.
We'll be right back.
We will get back to ya in a jiffy.
Ooh.
Woohoo!